So here on this next segment, we actually have a segment that has 19 keys with Dr. Boyce,
Boyce
who's
Watkins.
who's a author of a amazing book. I think it's The Power of Black Economics. He did a couple more other books as well. This whole conversation is something I highly encourage people to go watch. We're just going to play a little small segment about the power of understanding. But they talk about everything in this interview. It's like a 2 hour long interview, 3 hours almost, pretty much 2 hours and 58 minutes. And they talk about a lot of things, but Mr. Boyce gets a lot of questions of people thinking because of the way he speaks about the black community that people ask him a question, is he MAGA? So here we go.
What?
MAGA.
MAGA?
Yeah.
Hell no. Who said that?
Nah, he far from MAGA.
No. Where that come from?
Claude
I
slapped
gotta
the
ask you the
fire
left
out
field
of him.
questions. Not only ask the question because the way you break down finances and sometimes when you talk about Donald Trump, it sometimes sounds favorable, right, on some of the things that he do. So I never had the opportunity to ask you what your actual position is on like Donald Trump as a man, like the MAGA movement itself.
Okay. I followed Trump for a long time. I followed him 30 years ago before he got into politics. Over the years, he was just known as a rich guy from New York. That's why you have all these pictures of him with rappers and stuff like that through the years, because they would rap about Donald Trump. So he had a lot of black friends or whatever. So when people are saying like, "Oh, he's 100% racist, he 100% hates black people," I'm like, "What are you talking? I'm not saying he loves black people. And we shouldn't even care about that. We should love ourselves." But when Michael Jackson was going through his shit, Trump like went out of his way to defend and support Michael Jackson. Right? It doesn't make him pro-black. It just means that you're trying to make things black and white when they're not. It's more nuanced, right? You talk to Judge Joe Brown, he talks about a time where Donald Trump loaned him, I think it was like $1 million or something, because he was having a business issue, right? Does that mean Trump cares about all black people? No, right? I think that politics makes us frame people black and white. I don't look at it that way. If you ask me, describe Donald Trump, I would say he should not be president because he doesn't have the demeanor of a president. He's not presidential. You can't be cussing people out on Twitter and all this stuff. And then also the war in Iran was a terrible mistake because that shows he's being controlled by the Zionists. Third, he started fighting with his closest allies. When he started fighting with Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson and all that's not even strategic at that point. I don't know what his agenda is. So that there's that, right? Politically, it is what it is. I talk about it more so that from a frame point of saying, rather than me judging whether I like him or not, because he doesn't care if I like him, I don't care if he likes me. Let's just pay attention to his behavior and let's notice some things about him. He's a better businessman than people give him credit for. He's had a jumbo jet for 30 years. People know those jets cost like $10,000 an hour to fly. He was flying a jumbo jet 30 years ago. So stop telling me he's just a terrible businessman or that he's just completely stupid and doesn't know how to acquire power. He's the most powerful man on the planet right now. You don't get that by accident, okay? However, is he ethical? I don't think so. I think he's dishonest. I think that he's been corrupt for a very long time. Remember, one thing Donald Trump did, I studied the Trump family going back 100 years, like how he got that power, because I believe you study your adversaries or your competitors. I view Trump as a competitor, not as an enemy per se or a friend, just as competition. Like, okay, one day my son, my grandson, whatever, is going to have to compete with the Barron Trumps of the world. So I say study the opposition and learn how they got the power that they have so you can use it for whatever purpose you want. So with Trump, one thing he did was when he was 28 years old, he bought a $400 million hotel. I would like to see young black men be able to do the same thing, right? So rather than getting caught up in your feelings about how you feel about him and being mad about him, I don't think that is masculine behavior. I think you study that and you say, okay, what happened in that family to even put a 28-year-old in a position to buy a $400 million hotel? The corruption part comes into play, though. Okay. However, is he ethical? I don't think so. I think he's dishonest. I think that he's been corrupt for a very long time. Remember, one thing Donald Trump did, I studied the Trump family going back 100 years, like how he got that power, because I believe you study your adversaries or your competitors. I view Trump as a competitor, not as an enemy per se or a friend, just as competition. Like, okay, one day my son, my grandson, whatever, is going to have to compete with the Barron Trumps of the world. So I say study the opposition and learn how they got the power that they have so you can use it for whatever purpose you want. So with Trump, one thing he did was when he was 28 years old, he bought a $400 million hotel. I would like to see young black men be able to do the same thing, right? So rather than getting caught up in your feelings about how you feel about him and being mad about him, I don't think that is masculine behavior. I think you study that and you say, okay, what happened in that family to even put a 28-year-old in a position to buy a $400 million hotel? The corruption part comes into play, though.
So what did happen before you get to the corruption?
Yeah, well, if you go back 100 years, Donald Trump's father, Fred, Fred's father died when he was 13. Fred used to be a carpenter and fix houses for rich people in New York. Well, one day he came to the epiphany that, instead of me fixing rich people's houses, I should own some of these units. So he went from being a worker to being an owner. Well, next thing you know, he did well in the New York real estate market. So by the time Donald was born in about 1946, Fred was doing pretty well. By the time Donald was 25, by 1971, his father was able to give him like $20-something million and say, here you go, son, go take over the world, right? So what that meant was, his father's decision years before to go from being employee to being boss allowed his son to have a freedom that let him thrive instead of just surviving. So at a time when everybody else is struggling to get a job, trying to pay off student loans, Trump's over here trying to buy a $28 million hotel, or $400 million hotel. I say that to black people. I say, instead of sitting around talking about how mad you are about this person, ask yourself, how do I put my child in a position where they're financially free and aware enough to be able to make moves in their 20s as opposed to simply trying to survive? Basic idea. Think about it like this. The average used car note in America is $500 a month. If you have a newborn baby, and let's say you love your child as much as you love your car, which I hope a good parent does, you take the same $500, you put it in the S&P 500 index fund. You don't even know how to pick stocks. Just pick stocks in the S&P 500. You can literally close your eyes and just randomly pick stocks. You do that for 5 years, you got about $35,000 to $40,000. You do that for 10 years, you got $100,000. 20 years, you got $300,000. 25 years, you're talking about almost $500,000. So now your son is not a struggling black man barely getting by. He's a black man that's got $500,000 in the bank.
So we're gonna stop there. Again, it was a great conversation. We used the piece about the MAGA part because the conversation tonight is about the power of understanding. And a lot of people, like 19 Keys said to him, that a lot of people feel that he's a certain way because the way he speaks or the way he talks about certain things. And I think the power of understanding people or having a conversation, I think that's one thing that 19 Keys, and I could be wrong here, but I would say this. I think a lot of times once you build wealth, you're able to have conversations that most people can't have because those people start being in rooms with you. I'm not saying money is everything, but are your experiences too. I mean, my 20-year military experience put me in rooms with people that I never thought I would be in rooms with just because I was in the uniform, which allowed me to gain relationships and do things in a different manner. So just going back to the power of understanding, what did you guys think about that part of the conversation with those two? Cool, probably typing.
Oh yeah, I'm talking. I'm having back, I would say back and forth. I'm just having a conversation with Penny in there, and it's and with Miss V. You know, when it comes to, you know, when he talks about Trump, I think about the money that his father did give him, because he's the youth, and the youth has the ideas, and the most of the rich don't have, they indulge in so many things that kind of like drains them of their creativity. So what you do is you put that money in the hand of the youth that has the innovation, the creativity, and the ideas. You put the money in their hands and they'll think bigger than what you ever could, because there's a ceiling when you get a little older and you start thinking about the stability of your family. That there's certain risks that you won't take anymore that you used to take before you reach this age. So he put that money in his hand because he knows that he has nothing to lose. So he'll take a bigger risk that might just reward, you know, that might just big risk, big rewards. Chances make champions. So that's why they cause the division between us and our youth, even with music and television and fashion and this and that. They create the division so we don't work with the youngins. And the youngins go out there, not just fatherless, but inspirationalists. You know what I'm saying? At the same time. So I don't think that he's dirty. I just don't think that he has no emotion involved. Like the main thing is his main thing. And the main thing, like on the personal side, the main thing is the main thing. And on the business side, the main thing is the main thing. That's it. Like there's no in between with most people. Like we are emotional, compassionate, loving, caring people. The people on that side, we can't fathom the things that they do or would do because they don't give a, like we say, man, I don't give a, you know what kind of mindset you got to put yourself in, just being a person of color, a person of compassion, to say, I don't give a, like when you say that, somebody had to completely and utterly piss you off to get there. But when you can do that without any emotion involved, and you can keep the main thing, and the main thing, man, it's dangerous, but it's also a lonely road. It's a lonely road, but it's also dangerous to where you can go and how much you can achieve. You know what I mean? Like I understand both sides of the coin, and that's just exactly where he is. Like the things that he say, he doesn't give a at all. Like you say that, somebody might say, "Man, I don't give a." Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Because there's a limit to your fuckery. There's no limit to his fuckery.
No.
Just the fact that he just went and took the name of a black war hero off of a ship to put his own name on it. After he done said that the ones that were POWs, he done said so much crazy stuff about the actual service members. Like, man, he doesn't care. You expect him to care in a realm of people who don't care. They don't care about that. The lawyer that's coming down to do this man's motion didn't even care about this case. Didn't even know whatever cases that was in front of him. That's the only thing he cared about. They are emotionless. It is not that they're callous or they're or don't like or hate it or hatred, full of hatred. No, they don't care. They have no emotion involved in this. It's my family and my business. That's it. What's in the middle? My dang-a-lang. The crack of my ass. That's it. They don't care. Like for real, bro. Like he did no celebration for the first year. He doesn't care. He does not care. He wants a successful business, and that's it.
Do you think people look at it so directly because of the power he has? And the reason why I say that is because the same things he's doing is the same thing we do in society every day. We don't care about that veteran that's homeless on the side of the road. We don't care about that he had a Vietnam service. We don't care about a Purple Heart. We don't care about you eating free but one day out of the year. Like, it's the same thing that society is doing to us on a daily basis. But when somebody gets into power, we want to put a microscope on their actions. But society is doing those actions to you every day.
Yeah,
there's people right now still fighting for their VA benefits right now, like me every day. Yeah, they're like for real, like, and you got to prove all this stuff and it's paperwork that says what you did and when you been.
Yeah, but they everybody loves to see whenever someone is in that position of power. They always want to say what they would do if they were there. Like you see somebody with this amount of money, what they would do if they were there. If the Powerball number up to 16 billion, what they would do if they won that money. They always project what they would do if they was in that position. You know what I'm saying? Like they always project. They always project. But it's never nothing. You have to understand that in their position, boy, they don't give a Foxtrot uniform Charlie Kilo at all. At all, bro. They don't care. Like you want them to care in your heart of hearts. You want them to care. You want them to be compassionate. If they did, he would be dead already. At his age, to put concern into everything, he would be dead already. He'd be dead.
What's your thoughts, Rain?
Well, I can't dive too deep on my personal
You got to talk
thoughts.
about Trump. You could just talk about the whole concept.
Yeah, well, I agree with so many points that he made in this small segment. We do have to study our adversaries. We have to study our opponents. We have to see what they're doing that's working, what they're doing that's not working, and all that in between. You have to study other people and see the way they move, and to help you make the decisions on how you move as well. And also, the POTUS, he is a businessman first. He's always been a businessman first, never a politician. And I can say that part. That one of my thoughts always, even when he first started running for president, and it takes a bit of grace and how you um, how you present yourself in order to be a politician with compassion.
He's not a politician. He's not a
He's
politician.
never been a politician. No, he's never. And I've said that since
This
day
is a
one.
business. Hey, please,
Yeah.
hey, black folks, please, y'all, please understand. Please, we are. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this on a regular basis. We are on North America. The soil in which we live on is North America. Get that through your heads, all of y'all. Please understand that. This is a corporation. United States of America is a corporation. Bill Bixby owns McDonald's on Saginaw, Maine. Okay? Bill Bixby owns that. But McDonald's is the corporation. He is the owner. Someone owns this country. He is the president of said country. It's a company. It's a company. It is up for sale. Whoever got some bread, they can buy it. It's for sale. Everything in America, this capitalistic, semi-fascist, is up for sale. This is a business.
Yeah, but I also think Trump has created a reverse of power if we really take a step back. Like he actually introduced that it's possible for anyone to be anything. Like, because man, I just seen him back in my hometown in Shreveport. His first name is Jeremy. This black dude he's running for a seat. And this is not somebody you would ever thought. I'm talking about at all. Like, he does not look the part. He does not like you know what I mean? Like, and I think you're going to see more and more of that, of people who don't look the part starting to take those seats that we once thought couldn't be taken. Like, you're going to see more of that, because why can't you? A businessman became the president of the United States. You telling me I can't go be a city alderman? You know what I mean? I can't go be somebody in one of those seats in your city. Like, it, to me, I think if we really take advantage of what we've seen, the power of understanding, kind of like he said, we actually need to step on it now. Because even in the midst of all the tragedy that's going on, think about the people who not even legal attorneys, and like, people's voices are louder now with no credentials behind it.
Yeah,
they hire you because you can go into the community that they can't.
Yeah,
they probably want to go help. The public opinion has them so afraid to even step into those communities. So you can probably run in and get it and be like, hey, can you go down to this is the worst part of Shreveport. Can you go down there and get this order? Sure, I can. Sure, I can. But hey, look, favor for a favor. Favor for a favor.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go. Hey, I'm see, you need a hustler. You need a hustler in that position. Be like, listen, I'm gonna do this, but when I do this, I need to get this done. I want this to be done. I'm gonna take care of that for you. I got you, big dog. Hey, I got you, big dog. I'm gonna go handle that. But when I come back, I want this. See, we need some negotiators, not just some do boys that's gonna go down there and do this and then expect something.
Yeah.
No, but we gotta negotiate. You don't get what you earned, you get what you negotiate.
Yeah, I agree. We're going to get to these comments, and then we're going to move on to the final segment.
Can I say, it's funny we don't have people like Mathis that understand the system running one. Class said money can pay for investigation and funerals. It can't keep the next black baby unhung. Rue said, how about the man Shadur Sanders, first string, well-deserved awards?
We're gonna speak about it sometime this week. Trust and believe.
Classy said that's the impact of slavery. Ms. V said, good evening, everyone.
What's up?
Rue said Watson was a bum. He said, I thought that was Damon Dash with a white goatee. Laugh out loud. Uncle Plus said, Rue, you funny. Penny said, no, Trump just supports the black folks that he can use their influence. Plug said, that's a power structure at Penny. Penny said, facts and free advertisement.
For sure.
Uncle Plus said emotions and power are separate.
Yep.
Penny said emotions are money and money is power. Ms. V said with the help of his rich father.
And you know what, Miss V? It's so funny because that's what everybody focus on. And that's literally what me and Plug keep saying we need to do for our own children.
Yeah.
Like the thing, like the thing that we throw as an insult is actually what we should be throwing as the thing.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
it's unique.
Uncle Plus said when it comes to us, unfortunately. Ms. V said not on his own back. Penny said if I can make you feel it, you will buy it.
That's very true.
Uncle Plug said Penny said if you buy it, I can make money, and if I can make money, I can make change. Penny said truth on a fact, Trump is a good businessman. Uncle Plug said when it came to his father giving him that money, youth have the ideas, innovation. That's why they cause division between us and our youth. No innovation.
Yeah.
Penny said, but he dirty. Uncle Plug said not just dirty, emotionless.
Yeah.
Penny said all old white American foundational money have bodies attached to it. Rockefeller.
Better know it.
Ms. B said his dad shipped him away and didn't raise him. Penny said we don't speak about the proper way to exploit debt and credit.
Yeah, we trying to, man. We trying to. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to slowly walk into it. Like if we have these conversations and we can't get past the other conversations that are blocking the conversation, like we'll never be able to get to exploiting debt and credit. Like we'll never get to those principles that Plug was talking about, because you do have to have moments of emotionless. Like the success and blessings that I reap is because I'm even keeled.
Mm-hmm. But it also comes down if these say, like he said, when EYL had their biggest episode when it was beef, right? Because I said because of transparency. If they had started showing where they started, like, hey, bro, we started out with $250. Like that's why a lot of people mess with Honey Drip, because Honey Drip showed you